This is the Weeylite RGB ring light. Let's take it out of the box. In the box you get the instruction manual. They give you the cable for it. It's USB to USB-C. They give you a ball and socket mount like this, so that can be adjusted to any angle that you want, just like that. They give you a stand for it right here, and it may look curiously not like it would stand up, but I'll show that to you in a minute. You get a cell phone holder right here. It has a little extendy thing right here, so you can fit your phone in there. And of course this is on a gooseneck like that, so it'll bend any way you want. Hot shoe type mount on that. Here's the light itself. There's the hot shoe mount there, and underneath is a standard 1/4 inch. As for the stand, it has a typical 1/4 inch at each end, which makes it a little odd, as in how would that stand? Well, that's because these extend out, and when you do that you'll notice it still won't stand because this is longer than the legs. But this unscrews from there. Now you have a stand, and this will now act as a riser, so we'll screw that on. So now you have a stand like that with your 1/4 inch stud at the top, and you are now ready to mount the light atop that. And here is the light on the stand now. I've also attached the cell phone holder like that, so you can see how you can mount your phone in there. Of course you can push that back also and mount it any which way that you want. Any other hot shoe mount will fit right there, and you're all set. You can use this stand, or of course you can use any tripod you want because it's standard 1/4 inch. Taking a look at the back of the unit here, there are a couple of buttons. There's a dial and 2 USB ports. That's because this is rechargeable. It can run for up to 80 minutes on a charge and recharges in only 2 hours. It's charged via the USB-C port right there, and this particular unit has a 3300 milliamp hour battery. What's the other USB port? It says USB 5 volts out. So yeah, if you need to charge your phone, you can plug a cable into there, run it up to your phone, and yes, you can then plug the USB-C cable in here and have the unit charging while it is operating. So you can plug it in and use that, and also have it charge your phone, or it'll work as a battery bank in and of its own self like that to charge your phone. You know, if battery, you know, if it's only going to be a short run kind of thing. So there'll be enough power to charge your phone up without any issue. So this is an RGB ring light, and what's nice about it is you have separate warm white, separate cool white, and RGB LEDs, and you can control all of those individually. So you can, yes, have the warm white and the cool white and the RGB LEDs all on at the same time, depending on how you adjust it. And that would allow you to tweak the colors really any which way you want. You can get a nice red going there and then cool that down a bit with the cool white, or warm it up even further with the warm white LEDs. So let me just give you a demo of some of the things that this can do, and then I'll give you a further demo of it. So let's go ahead and power this up. Just press the button there. The screen is backlit and comes up. The light comes on, and then we're all set. I'm going to just readjust the camera here so we can get a little bit better idea of what the screen is showing. There are a million different settings on this that you can choose. So basically the wheel at the bottom, the knob if you will, you can push in on that and turn it. And you can see as I turn it, we can increase the power. So that's the brightness of it, for example. If I press in on it, it changes between slow, normal, and fast speeds. Press again on it, and you could select the scene. Now there are different icons here, and the color of the light changes. There are 29 different scenes in all. And just to show you, for example, this scene right here, for example, where it kind of flashes between the warm white and the cool white LEDs, and that gives you the kind of effect there. But there's more you can do with it, of course. In this mode here, you can adjust your brightness by turning the knob up or down, or press it, and you can adjust the color temperature in Kelvin. And this will go from 2500K all the way up to 8500K. So that's a warm white to a cool white like that. So you can adjust all of that. In the next mode, you can adjust your power, your hue, and your saturation. And then you have your RGBW mode, where you can adjust exactly how much red, how much green, how much blue, how much warm white. You know, all of that there can be adjusted. And then we go back to the scene modes. And the scene modes, again, have flashing and different things like that. So I'm going to set the camera up with this and show you all that. So you can control all of that from right here using the knob on there and a little screen there. However, if you wanted a more low-tech approach, you can use your phone or tablet to control it as well. You can get the Weeylite app, and this works via Bluetooth from your phone or your tablet or anything that you want like that. So you can adjust different colors and all different modes and all kinds of crazy stuff right here. You don't have to pair this Bluetooth. You just load the app up and it just works over Bluetooth directly. There was absolutely no setup required for this. And if you notice right here, we sort of have a whitish, bluish looking hue from that. And if I crank that over to green, we now have green. If I crank that over to blue, we now have blue. And of course we can go over to red there, and of course you can adjust all of that. So I'm going to set the camera up with the ring light so you can see what it will do when somebody is actually using it and the results that you'll get with it. So just to give you an idea, I have the camera set up looking through the ring light itself, and I have my tablet here, so you'll have to excuse me as I'm going to be looking down at the tablet to see what I'm doing as I adjust different things here. But this way at least you get to see some flesh tones, and I understand that I have a face for radio, but at least it'll give you a representation. So we can go and make me look very sickly in green and run right around like that. So I'm going to run around the color wheel here just to give you an idea. And we're back into green there. So now anywhere in the color wheel itself, you know, here's some different shades of yellow, for example, and I can back that off. And we can get just any hue that you want. It's all right on the color wheel there, and you can adjust all of that. You know, you can also just run your saturation up. The brightness, of course, can be run way down or all the way up like that, so we'll put it somewhere about there. You can of course turn it off and on using your tablet as well, as you see there. And there are different other modes here as well. So this is kind of the warm and cool white. So we can go from cool all the way to warm and cool, and that can be adjusted. There's all different stuff that you can play with, and as you see, you can adjust really any different thing that you want with that. There are shortcuts to particular color temperatures here as well as I'm running through. And now here are the scene modes. So this is the flash mode. And you can change the brightness of that. We can make it faster or slower. Fireworks, so it makes different colors. TV just sort of changes colors rapidly. And there's just all different scene modes here that I'll go through. The alarm, red and blue. Bar, sort of a nice pink like that. And that sort of morphs into a red and then into a blue. It's sort of, or a bluish purple. It sort of changes over time like that. In fact, I'll speed that one up right there, and you can see how the color changes like that. Here's birthday. We'll go back to the medium speed right there. And this also will morph and change colors. And of course you have your standard red, orange, yellow, green. You have a cyan, blue, and your purple right there. And of course you can adjust the brightness of this down or up or anything in between there. And this is strictly just to give you an idea of what the ring light looks like. I can raise the brightness. Now my camera will auto adjust for that, but if I do it sharply you should be able to see it. And we can change color temperatures like that. I'll go back into the scene modes. Here was that flash mode and the fireworks mode. Just to give you an idea, you can see, if I zoom in for a moment, well actually you can see it right here. You can see all the individual LEDs that are in the ring light itself. So you do have your separate warm white, your cool white, and your RGB LEDs that will change as you know, things go on and you need different modes and whatnot like that. And here was the birthday scene mode, and you'll see that'll change in time. I'm going to go back to the bar one and set that to the fast mode, and you'll see how that changes. Or this is actually surf, I'm sorry. So you kind of get your greens and blues in there. Here was the bar one. Kind of morphs into different shades of red and purple and bluish and things like that. Now I'll zoom in on the RGBs. Now the camera kind of has a little bit of a hard time focusing on that at this range here as the brightness and everything else changes, but you can see all of the LEDs in there and how they change. So all around, the Weeylite RGB ring light is very, very versatile. You have just about any color that you could possibly want at any point. You can adjust all of the LEDs individually. By the way, this will put out 12 watts or 1050 lumens. And I really appreciate the fact that this works off the battery that's built into it. That's really convenient because sometimes there's just not that extra outlet, there's just not that extra USB battery bank, there's just not that extra USB port that's around, and you're trying to get a shot, trying to get everything set up, and you have limited time. We've all been there. And then, you know, just the fact that this can work off a battery is really nice. It can be even brighter when it is plugged in, and like I said before, it can charge and be used at the same time. So you can have it plugged in and use it and have it charge all at the same time. And even if you wanted to output power to a cell phone, provided the charger input that you're using is of decent enough power, it should be able to do all of that. But it's just really nice that it's its own unit. It's portable in its own sense like that, and it works on its own. It has the screen on the back, which is nice. Or if you don't want to have to keep going back there, or you need to keep changing colors or anything like that, you can always use the app on your phone or your tablet. All around, extremely versatile and really nice just for a quick setup, or something, and the fact that you can control it via the app is really nice. You don't have to keep running back and forth, because that, I don't know about you, but always running back and forth trying to get everything set up, and when you have limited time you go absolutely crazy. So it's nice to be able to just stand there, dial it in exactly what you need, put your phone off camera, and you're all set to record. That's really, really convenient. So once again, this was the Weeylite RGB ring light. If you'd like to purchase this item, I'll leave a link in the video description to where you can purchase this item from the Viltrox website. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.